Hey there YouTubers, Tom here from Tom's Test Kitchen, and it's a cold and dreary day and I am going to make some soup. And I started this yesterday. This will be 15 bean soup, and I have actually counted out these different beans in here, and there are 15 different types of beans. This is one of my favorite, the butter beans. I love those things. Okay, so I soaked this in water overnight. So I'm just going to pour this water off and then rinse this a couple of times and then put it in the trusty crock pot. So I'll be back to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, one of the best kitchen gadgets, the crock pot. And I like using these slow cooker liners. It just makes cleanup a lot easier. You don't have to use them, but if you're going to make something, bean soup's not that messy, but if you're going to make something that's a little bit more messy, like chili or chicken cacciatore, something like that, it's nice because it's just you pick it up, throw it in the trash, and you're done. You don't even just barely need to rinse your crock pot out. So just put that in there, and then add my beans. This was one packet. I believe it was a pound of dried beans. And I did not salt the water. I will be adding the salt with it here. And let's just make some room in the center, because I'm going to throw in one of these. This is a home smoked ham hock. I smoked a brisket earlier this week, and I found some really nice ham hocks, fresh ham hocks at the grocery store. So I just threw them on there with it. So that was on the smoker for 5 or 6 hours. And to tell you the truth, I've never been totally happy with the the ham hocks that I get at the grocery store. They're really puny. They have hardly any meat. These have a ton of meat on them. So I'm just going to add enough water to cover these beans. You could use vegetable stock or chicken stock or something like that to really maybe make it a little bit richer, but I'm just going to use water, and then the ham hock will flavor it sufficiently for me. Oh, I forgot some more ingredients. Just a sec. Okay, almost forgot my chopped vegetables. Here I got some chopped onion, celery, and carrots. Just going to add that right in. It's all going to get cooked, and then I'll stir it a couple times. So add some salt. Let's go with a couple of teaspoons, because so there's a teaspoon. And that's 2 teaspoons, because those beans haven't been salted and that ham hock is not salted. I did not put anything on that ham hock. And let's get some fresh ground black pepper. Oops, still getting the hang of this thing. Oh, I think I messed it up. I'll look at it later. Okay. And then let's just put the top on. And let this go. I'm gonna move this to high, and I'm gonna let it go for 4 hours. And then after that 4 hours, I'm gonna take the ham hock out and chop up the meat and add it back. And then I'm gonna add a can of diced tomatoes, because you don't want to add the diced tomatoes at the beginning, because the acid in the tomatoes will make your beans tough and it won't be nearly as good. So I'll be back in 4 hours, and then we'll finish this up. It's going to be great, and I think I'm going to make some cornbread with it. I love bean soup and cornbread. Well, it's been 4 hours. 4 hours on high, so let's fish that ham hock out of there. Yeah, it smells good. I'm just gonna let that cool down, and then I'll start cutting that meat up a little bit. Okay, let's add our tomatoes at this point. Just got a, was that a 15? Yeah, 14.5 ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. And then just give this a stir. Oh man, it smells really, really good. I'm just going to give this a taste, see if we need to add some salt. Yep, definitely needs salt. I thought it would. So I'm going to add 2 more teaspoons. There's 1 teaspoon. That's 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Then I'm going to add some more pepper. Give that a stir. Certainly looks good. Yep, it's definitely just right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let that ham hock cool down and chop it up, and then I'll add it back, and I'll be right back. Okay, got the meat all chopped up. Quite a bit of meat that came off that one ham hock. And man, it tastes really good. I think that's what I'm going to be using from now on. I'm just going to buy my own fresh ham hocks and smoke them myself, because that is so much better. Give that a stir. Oh yeah, that's some good looking bean soup. Got a lot of broth in there, which is what you want, especially if you're going to serve this with cornbread, which I will. You want to dunk that cornbread in there. Okay, I'm going to set this to low for 2 more hours. And let that just keep cooking. And that's going to be an awesome soup for this cold night. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Soup's on. So let's just ladle out a bowl here. And it smells really, really good. Got a ton of that ham hock. And then let's get some extra broth here, because I'm going to need that for the cornbread. Okay, let's serve this up. What we got here is just some simple cornmeal, or cornbread. It's just white cornmeal and buttermilk. It's really good. And I like to crumble my cornbread up and put it right into the soup. Just let that cornbread soak up the broth. I tell you, it's not much better than bean soup and cornbread. Get a little bit of everything there. That's hot. Yep. Yep. Here, want a bite? Oh man, it is so perfect, especially on a cold night. Oh man. Well, there you have it. 15 bean soup. Go make some. It's that time of year. I actually ended up eating 2 bowls of this. It was so good.